Carnival Cruise Line has released brand new information on their upcoming megaship, the Celebration, and it includes several changes over her sister, the Mardi Gras. We'll tell you everything you need to know. Plus, Royal Caribbean, they're pushing back their final payment date yet another month. Tell you what you got to know about that as well. And the mainstream press has finally caught wind that nearly every major cruise line is taking off the masks. Are we finally turning a corner? All this coming up on Midships. Hey, welcome to the Midships YouTube channel. I'm your Captain Corey. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel today. And a happy Wednesday to each and every one of you out there in the Midships family. I'm so glad to have you here. And what would make me even happier is if you joined me on my group cruise. If you want more information on how you can get on board a cruise with me, old Captain Corey, there's a link down in the description below this video. It's at the very top. Go ahead and join up in our Facebook group. There you can find all the information on pricing, ports of call, and everybody else that's cruising along with us on the Carnival Sunshine. And in addition, if you'd like to show your support for this channel and my work, the Midships merch store is officially live. I have all kinds of t-shirt designs that I've uploaded to the merch store. That's also going to be linked in the description below this video. Now, there's tons of cruise news to talk about today, but I'm most excited about this new ship coming from Carnival Cruise Line, the Celebration. She's a sister ship to the Mardi Gras, and supposedly there's going to be some new things, some redesigned or reimagined spaces on board. And in my opinion, that's a good thing because the Mardi Gras, well, she's a beautiful ship, but it's not quite perfect. There's definitely some spaces like the buffet and the center stage area that needed a little bit of tinkering, but that's pretty typical of the first ship in any new class of vessel. Now, let's go ahead and learn more about what Carnival's going to be doing on board the Celebration from cruiseradio.net. By Sarah Bretz, Carnival Cruise Line is offering new details on their second Excel class ship, the Carnival Celebration, a sister to the Mardi Gras. Aboard Celebration, the atrium will now be called Celebration Central, which will span decks 6 through 8. Celebration Central is an update to Grand Central Atrium aboard the Mardi Gras, complete with a new look and feeling of a festive party woven throughout the space. The ceiling in the Celebration Central will appear as a burst of a confetti cannon, made it using approximately 1,400 color-changing light fixtures that will transform it from day to night. The space will also include a 3,000 square foot floor-to-ceiling window that changes with 16 individually controlled LED screens to work hand-in-hand with the entertainment that takes place in the space. And introducing nods to Carnival Cruise Line's history, guests will be able to spot pieces from Carnival ships that will be repurposed to blend with the ship's modern decor. For example, in the new Aqua Bar, ocean-themed glass murals from the Carnival Victory, made by an Italian artist, will be incorporated into the 2-deck-high decorative wall behind the bar, which creates an aquarium-like effect. Here's a cool little render of the Celebration Central. Again, it looks fairly similar to the Grand Central Atrium that you would see on board the Carnival Mardi Gras. You have the stage. This here where the windows are, this is where the screens will come out of the ceiling if they want the screens and close off all the windows. Or if they want you to see out when there's no performances going on, they'll actually raise the screens all the way up into the ceiling. Back here, this is actually the bar with that repurposed sea glass mural that's going to be pretty cool to see. I love to hear that Carnival's actually incorporating legitimate pieces from other ships in the history of their fleet into these brand new ships. Let's get back to the article. The Tropical Bar is named after Carnival's first ship to sport the line's iconic whale tail funnel. While similar to Mardi Gras with a plethora of options for dining, entertainment, and relaxation, Celebration will have her own personality, one that celebrates all things Carnival, intertwining where we've been with where we're going. With the debut of the Mardi Gras came the first roller coaster on a cruise ship, Bolt, the Sea Coaster. Carnival Celebration will continue the fun with its very own Bolt coaster, and if you loved the Lido area on the Mardi Gras, have no fear. The poolside zone and Lido area will feature all the same experiences found in her sister ship, including the 2-story Red Frog Tiki Bar, Shack's Big Chicken Restaurant, as well as Guy's Burgers, Blue Iguana Cantina, and the Seafood Shack. Carnival Celebration is scheduled to set sail on her inaugural voyage November 21st of this year from Port Miami. I can't wait to get on board another new ship from Carnival. I definitely enjoyed my cruise quite immensely on the Mardi Gras. Yeah, there were some things I didn't like. I was really unimpressed with the buffet on the Mardi Gras. I definitely think the buffets are better on pretty much every other ship in the Carnival fleet. It just felt like they didn't really have the plethora or the variety of options on the Mardi Gras that they do on some of their other ships, like the Magic or the Liberty. They all had what seemed to be more choices at their buffets than were found on the Mardi Gras. So Carnival, if you're listening, Christine Duffy, do me a favor, look at the buffet space on these Excel class ships. It just needs a rethink. And speaking of rethinks, Royal Caribbean, well, they're rethinking the final payment date for some of their upcoming cruises. Let's learn more from Matt Hotchberg over at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Royal Caribbean will give anyone with a cruise this June more time to make their final payment. Royal Caribbean's SVP of Sales told travel agents that final payment for cruise departures in June of this year will now be extended to 60 days prior to sailing. Unlike other times where Royal Caribbean has pushed back final payment, this is pushed back to 60 days, where previously they had pushed it back to only 30. The benefit to guests is clear. It gives you more flexibility in deciding if you want to cruise without forcing you to cancel earlier. And the best part about this extra time and flexibility, it lets you cancel a cruise before your final payment date that's now a lot closer to your cruise, and you can still get that full cash refund if you booked a refundable fare. So some pretty cool news coming out from Team Royal Caribbean. Do you have any cruises booked with them? I'd love to hear about them in the comments below. As many of you who watched yesterday's episode found out, my cruise on the Independence of the Sea for the 28th of this month, well, I just found out yesterday, I'm canceled. I'm not going on it, baby. So now I have to find another Royal cruise to get on board. I know many of you out there in the Midships family are loyal to Royal, and I can definitely see why, and I understand it. But my last experience with them, well, it left a little bad taste in my mouth, but I'm going to give you another chance, Royal. I know you guys run a pretty darn good cruise. And speaking of a pretty darn good cruise, have you checked out the links in my description below this video? There's one to the Midships Instagram page. It's where you can follow me and find out all of the latest and greatest news and what's going on behind the scenes here at the Midships channel. You can search for us. It's just Midships Cruise right there on Instagram. And last but not least, I want to make you aware of my Amazon influencer store. It's also linked in the description below this video. That's where you can find all of the cruise items I take with me on every single cruise. Things like magnetic wall hooks, a passport cover, or an organizer for your travel cabin. Thanks so much for checking it out. Now let's get back into the cruise news, and we're going to talk about pretty much every major news outlet is starting to come face to face with the fact that cruising, well, it's actually safe and it's on the rebound. And even Forbes is getting in the game. By Suzanne, Rowan, Kelleher, nearly every major cruise line is dropping mask mandates. We're going to just quickly take a peek at this because this is just further proof that the mainstream media, they basically just sensationalized everything that's happened with COVID on the cruise ships for views, clicks, money, content. I don't know what you want to call it. They kind of tend to embellish things a little bit, in my opinion. Let's just read the first paragraph here. With COVID cases plummeting around the country, the last few weeks have seen a tidal wave of cruise lines dropping their mask mandates. Each of the 3 largest cruise operators in the US, to include their sub-brands, Carnival, Royal, and Norwegian, has either already stopped requiring coverings be worn indoors, or they're going to do so starting next month. However, of note, 2 other key players in the US cruise market, MSC and Disney, have yet to announce they're dropping mask requirements. So finally, a little bit of recognition that cruising, well, it's actually safe to do, safe to go on, and safe enough that the masks are coming off. Now, in the last few episodes, I've kind of gotten lost and forgotten to remind you that we do have a goal of hitting 10,000 subscribers by the middle of next month. We're kind of falling short of that goal. It would be really great if you could help out by subscribing to this channel and slapping the thumbs up button if you love cruising. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel today. And until tomorrow, we'll see ya on the Midships. La